Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And here we go from Indy. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who Brock, I think, needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes. That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 39. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That finds Hunt, complete.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
That pass is complete to Kelce. And he's able to get this down to the 36. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Buys time, rolling right. And that will not be enough for a first down. Offense in the hurry-up here. 3rd and 2, Mahomes to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Throw caught by his running back. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. First down throw, Mahomes. And the Colts get to him. He goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Colts are off to a great start defensively. They forced a turnover on the opening possession.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Well, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
So now the Colts getting their first opportunity on offense in this game. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida, a super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that when Anthony Richardson came out of the draft out of Florida, he was the greatest all-around athlete we'd ever seen at quarterback. 240 pounds, running 4.4, jumping 40 inches. He was the envy of defensive ends and linebackers that couldn't put up those numbers. Now, it's taken all those athletic traits and squeezing them into the quarterback position, maximizing all that physical talent to become the superstar he can be.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Escapes out to the left. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. It's an Adnan Mitchell touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Converted by Gay. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Choosing to bring it out deep in the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the second time this game. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more.
Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down, but where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes this one to Rice. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross. Finds his man, Rice. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Kenny Moore there to make the stop.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. And that brings up 4th and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. Mahomes to throw for it. He finds it beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And the unlikely conversion nets them a first down. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Hopkins on the slant. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 40 on second down. Kelsey makes the catch. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Again, Mahomes to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Another throw for Mahomes. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. to the air, Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Love that call, Brock, going for the slant route, trying to move the chains, but the defense read it all the way. They had somebody right there ready to knock that ball out.
You know, if there's one thing consistent with you, Kate, you too love that route.
I love that route, man.
You love the slant. I know. It's from your childhood of watching Jerry and Joe and the Niners do it so well. But this defense, they knew what was coming, and he was able to separate that slant from the ball before it could ever get going.
That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense.
He intercepts the pass. Picked up by Jalen Watson. And the Chiefs get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
And that won't be brought in, but I love the deep shot there. Some excitement for us on our... About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They start out 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Mahomes now. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
On the move, headed right. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off Zaire Franklin. And he makes the Mets go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. Heads up. Backer there to take a short, innocent pass and just turn it into a major highlight for him and his guys.
And I know people are watching that going, how in the world the quarterback not see that linebacker?
Yeah.
But sometimes, Kate, your focus is so much on the safeties, the nickel, the corner. You just take for granted you could fit that ball in. And that linebacker said, not on my watch.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And they're going to try to break through this defense and put some points up. They're down 14-zip. Back to the air following the pick six. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. That's brought in by Hunt. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Working quickly here. Now here's Wentz. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now one of the Chiefs in some pain out there, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's helped by the trainers. Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Here's Wentz. Into traffic, complete. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Wentz to throw. Hauled in by Worthy. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. He's on the move. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. To throw is Wentz. That finds Hunt, complete. Touchdown, Kansas City. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return coming from the 6. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Colts ready to take the field. And we've seen both extremes of this passing game so far, Brock. 1 touchdown and 1 interception on the ledger.
A home run and a strikeout. A little sampling of what works and what doesn't against this defense, Kate. Now, you got to try to emphasize those things that you found success on with that opening drive.
And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take a 13-point lead. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. He's throwing for it. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Nick Bolton has it. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Offense in the hurry up here. It's complete to Hopkins. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Wentz set to pass. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To throw, Wentz. Cut by Hunt. He's got it in the red zone. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. The Chiefs at a deficit. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. And that is cocked. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs make it a one-score game before halftime. DeAndre Hopkins, the touchdown. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts and Adonai Mitchell getting set for another look here. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. This finds Mitchell, complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Offense up to the line fast. Catch made by Mitchell. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Well, Brock, even if they decide to start spreading the love as the game goes on, I think they've found out who one of their primary targets is going to be.
And by starting so strong, Kate, you know what's going to happen. He's going to benefit all of his fellow receivers. This defense is going to have to dig.
Looking for Pittman, but it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to return this up beyond the 20 before being tackled.
Well, that's now a 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
This one finds Kelsey. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 31. Completed to his running back. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Hits his running back. He has room past the 25. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He completes it in traffic. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Now Wentz. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He's back to throw. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to throw it. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Here comes the final play of our 1st half. He'll throw it. Oh, he put everything he had into that. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. We're to the halfway point from Indianapolis. Oh, I guess we could have just kept both teams out here. We're moving past halftime and getting right to the start of the 2nd half. Butker on now to kick this one away. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose. And it bounces out of... First and 10 now from the 30. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. Second down carry for Taylor. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop. They're going to turn to Taylor on third down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Working quickly here. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a fourth down stand.
You know, these fourth down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
There, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Third and long for him here. Hopkins on the slant. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Looking to throw. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on fourth down.
On any fourth down attempt, somebody's going to get a huge momentum boost. It was the offense who laid down the challenge, but it was the defense who delivered. And now it's their teammates going to take over on the field with the very next series.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Richardson on third. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Looking to throw. Big gain downfield. All the way. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts go up by 12. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Chiefs get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Trying to chip away at that lead, but just not able to figure it out there to take another 2 points off.
Yeah, every one of these calls at this juncture of the game tells a story. And told is this crew is feeling the pressure trying to chip away at those points. Maybe a little over-aggressive, as now they're still down big.
This one's going to be a return from deep in the end zone. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. The can. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now here's Wentz. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Colts bring this back inside the 10-yard line.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay.
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Offense in the hurry up here. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. That hit effectively. deflected that throw, and it sails out of bounds, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're left with 3rd and goal. Running with Taylor. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Offense up to the line fast. Now Richardson on 4th down. Has it in close. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
And he's got it. They get the conversion, and that's going to extend their lead. Well, they were just one away from the strikeout, Brock, but their 3rd attempt finally nets them a 2-point conversion.
I know some coaches, played for some coaches that would have lost some faith in their offense and never tried it again, but not this crew. And this time they're rewarded with not just a couple points, but a shot of some renewed confidence as well.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That finds Hunt complete. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Pacheco gets it from the gun. He's going to snag a couple of yards, charging up the gut. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross. 3rd down, it's Mahomes. He's got him, that's Pacheco. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
A gain of 29 yards. 1st down, Chiefs.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete. Here's Brown. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Running it now out of the gun. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. And it's a gain of 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Has it down close. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Oh, no, the football's out. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. You get a pick 6, you get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rob.
No highlight for a quarterback.
And it's hauled in inside the end zone for 2. And that trims the lead just a little bit. Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it? See if you can be successful again. They do, and they are.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure. And if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
Trying to find his tight end. And it's going to be second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Chased out to his right. He tucks it and takes off.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the first down.
And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to... From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Hits him on the out route. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Working quickly here. Here's 2nd and 11. This one taken in by Granson. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
They'll throw again. Richardson. Forced out to his right. He's keeping it. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll be first down, Colts.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Getting out to his left. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's Richardson. He's got it! Touchdown, Indianapolis! Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity of conversion.
You know, no sense in piling on. Pretty clear for everybody to see. He knows he should have had that one. Just didn't watch it in the whole way, and it leaves 2 points on the table.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Mahomes on 1st and 10. He's got Brown on the slant. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Yeah, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
The challenge with so many sacks is it just disrupts everything in the rhythm and timing of your offense. All of these negative plays. Hey, this league and this game is hard enough when you're on schedule. All of these sacks set you behind the chains. Well, you've seen how disruptive it is for this offense.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. That's Julian Blackman. And the Colts are stopped on the return just shy of their own 35.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right, just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Breaks the tackle, still going. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Vacates quickly left side. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. He needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
That's Mitchell on the slant. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Offense in the hurry up here. Bails out of the pocket quick. Got his target. It's Granson. And he's taken down at the 30. Offense up to the line fast. Richardson now on 1st and 10. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts take a 3-possession lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Choosing to bring it out deep in the end zone. Oh, he lost it on the hit! And they steal it back on the return. No, we just don't see kick returns nearly as often as we used to. Right. Impact plays on them like that, so much rare.
Yeah, that is so well said. Kind of reminds me of my son's baseball coach, right at a young age. You're always coaching those guys, hey, the ball's going to come to you. The ball's going to come to you every single pitch. The ball's going to come to you. And these kickoff cover guys, they got to think in their mind every time is my chance to make a play, and they just did.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Colts can rest easy with a 3-score lead. Right on the doorstep now. Here's first and goal from inside the 1. Throwing now, Richardson. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, didn't it? And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost...
Oh, no, they get him yet again! And the Chiefs have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they...
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Nick Cross has it. Now in that spot, Brock, I think his first priority is just getting a throw of some kind of way and avoiding the safety, right?
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. And I know it's so easy for us up here in this comfy booth, armchair quarterback, but you can't ever relax when you're reading the coverage just because you're worried about taking a safety. You still got to stand, you got to deliver, and you got to take care of the football.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Chiefs get the football just short of their 20 after the interception and return. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football's the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
And he'll get it up to the 27. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. Back to throw Mahomes. Trying to push it deep downfield. And he's there to send that one away incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge game.
And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Pistol now for Mahomes. A bit of desperation on this deep, and they pick him off again. And the Colts take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And he has done it. That touchdown, his 5th, and it ties the receiving record for a single game. Joining Bob Shaw, who set it back in 1950. One of the game's great tight ends in Kellen Winslow Sr. And, of course, the greatest receiver of all time, Jerry Rice. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, gotta play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a third consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, like just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Buys time, rolling right. That's low and bounces short of his man. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing third and long.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts continue piling on to this lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And they definitely wanted more out of that return. He can't challenge for much and is out at the 12. Another drive coming up for this offense. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. Into traffic, complete. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. Still one more in their pocket to use.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Throwing from the gun. And they pick him off again. Picked off Zaire Franklin. And the Colts have it again after yet another interception.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
On first down, it's Richardson. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe two more snaps. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Chiefs see the return go out of bounds. And that is how this game's going to end.